Ik besef mij dat ik iets te vroeg aan het beginnen ben. Dus ik moet even snel wat checken. Zo. En dat doen wij in Papua New Guinea. En dat is ook nogal een dingetje. Want nou ja, het landschap is uitdagend, laten we het zo zeggen. Dit zou in principe al moeten werken nu. En ik heb een throughput, waarom heb ik dan geen beeld? Ja, kijk, daar is het beeld. Hij is live, helemaal mooi. Voor het geval dat het niet allemaal goed doorkwam, goedenavond. Wij gaan een stukje vliegen vandaag. Wel te weten in de PC-6, niet de default versie van dit vliegtuig die in Microsoft Flight Sim zit. Zo, even mijn shit goed opgehangen. Maar van de Milviz versie. In de Milviz versie heeft wat meer detail. Ziet er eigenlijk ook wel iets beter uit. Ik heb een iets foute repaint, maar dat komt omdat het even mis is gegaan in de repaints maken. Anyway, dit is hem, de Turbo Porter PC-6. En dit ding is enorm goed toegerust om in dit soort landschappen te vliegen. Hele korte startbaan, hele aanloop, hele korte landingsrun indien nodig. Kan vliegen in beta ranges. De prop kan ik zo draaien dat hij eigenlijk tegendruk geeft. Dat je dus heel hard kan dalen zonder dat je overspeed. Briljant goed ding. Dat doe ik straks ook online en in het Engels praten met mijn medevriendjes. Die hangen ook wel in de Discord, dus ik ga daar zo even mee babbelen. En dan gaan we dus ook weer naar het Engels. En dan gaan we de kist opstarten en klaarmaken voor vertrek. Daar heb je in die Milviz heb je een heel mooi tabletje voor, daar kun je op klikken. En dan zien we in de eerste instantie de configuratie. Nou, dit heb ik allemaal aanstaan of uitstaan. En dit mezelf, ik heb geen co-piloot naast me zitten, want er zit hier een vent en dat blokkeert mijn views, vind ik niks. Passengers, ja, we hebben passengers, want ik ga even mijn client erbij halen voor de flights, voor de VA. We gaan in eerste instantie van Kamusi naar Tari, 95 nautische mijlen, we hebben 3 passagiers aan boord. En we zijn in principe helemaal vol getankt, dat laat ik namelijk zo hier zien. Dus ik heb 3 passagiers aangetikt. En dan gaan we naar de brandstof, die is ook helemaal vol. External tanks ook, want ik weet niet wat ik tegenaan kom en ik moet sowieso heel hoog. Dus vandaar dat ik die erbij trek. Flight information. Doen we vliegen, die is helemaal afgetankt. Dat neemt hij over vanuit de sim. Fuel up en dan zegt hij meteen je bent overgewicht. Dat zit hem namelijk in de extra cargo. Dus dan gaan we wat uithalen, zodat we de cijfertjes goed hebben, anders kunnen we niet opstijgen. En dan kun ik zeggen fly. En nu gaat dit over straks naar de client van onze, vanuit de client naar onze website. En gaat het mijn piloten statistieken neerzetten.
Hi Dale.
Hey Gerald.
Hi Toby.
Don't forget the client.
Ja, doe in de client nou.
Already started. Thanks.
Ik besef dat ik dit knopje anders moet doen. Maar dat komt straks wel. Dus, dit is de uitlading. En die zetten we weer terug.
Now I got to remember how to start the engine. Okidoke.
Deurtje dicht.
Where am I?
Achterdeur dicht.
Oh, nice painting.
Andere achterdeur dicht. Zo.
Looks nice.
You went to Paris to look at the Louvre? Thank you.
I look at a nice aircraft. And I recognize it's belonging to Ama.
Ah, yes.
Even kijken, ik moet naar opties. Want ik moet
Well, thank you
even...
very much.
If I sit inside, I know it's mine aircraft. Wow. Isn't this great?
Indeed.
I like it. I like it.
Well, you know, everything's got to be changed because of, you know, certain comments.
Don't worry. Just do it as you like.
Die moet eruit. Zo.
Well, I'll do it as I like, which means not today.
Okay. Whatever. Did I get this right, that you are becoming a jury?
Not by myself.
At court?
Yes, I'll be sitting on a jury panel next week, probably.
Okay. How can I change?
No, You can't change it. It's the government.
No. I was looking at my aircraft. Somehow I got it arranged that the screen is moving according to the mouse moving.
Oh, you just have to press the mouse center button again.
No, the right mouse button in my case.
Okay.
Okay, doke. So whom are we waiting for? Torsten?
Yeah,
I think
Torsten.
so. And also probably Toby.
Yeah, I'm starting up.
Okay. Toby is streaming already, but not here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm streaming already, but I'm doing some button stuff
Did
which is
you
interfering.
volunteer for this jury assignment?
No, it comes around. They have the registered lists of all the people in the county, and they call them up every 4 or 5 years.
I never was called for such a thing.
I've been called twice before, but they canceled the trials both times.
Okay.
But they have 4 trials scheduled for next weekend, so I'm pretty sure I'm getting one.
Okay.
We'll
So
see.
you are voting for the death penalty?
No, I'm certainly not.
You can't vote for it. You only could vote for guilty or not guilty. Is this correct?
That's the first step. Well, and then it depends. Sometimes the judge will decide the penalty, and sometimes I think in many murder cases, it's the jury that decides also.
Okay, I thought it's up to the judge to decide on the penalty.
I think in most cases it is, but there are times when the jury is involved.
Okay.
Okay, mic test.
Miking working fine.
Thank you. Had to reshuffle some buttons for the
Mikey's fine.
Mikey's fine.
What about a headset? What about a headset? Is it working as well?
Hey, firm.
Okay, great. Then we could start.
Fuel on. Battery on.
Do you know
Alternate
anything
on.
about Torsten? Is he coming?
Buzz on. I think he's coming.
Okay, doke.
Nav lights on. Beacon lights on. And of course I'm switching to English now. Take away the precautionary stuff. Let this stuff enter its normal mode. This is my GPS.
Toby, did you read about the news of this chestnut jet crashing in the Baltic Sea?
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it?
It's not that weird. It's very simple to be explained. The guy flying the aircraft, an old man, 72 years old, was sick for quite some time. Now he was happy that he was allowed again to fly. So, and if I remember what's happening to me if I was on vacation, come back after 2 weeks and don't find the buttons and all this stuff. So actually he did the wrong stuff. He didn't aviate, navigate and communicate. He did communicate in the first place, and this was wrong. And he communicated that there's something with the pressurizing system. But he stayed at 36,000 feet or 33,000 feet.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know all the details on it, but it seems that either he became unwell or who knows, I don't know.
But he was contacting ATC in Spain, telling he has problems with the pressurizing.
I didn't know about that.
This was the first comment I heard.
Yeah, pressurization system. First thing to do,
dive.
Go lower, yes.
Dive. And he was flying with autopilot at 33 or 36,000 feet.
Oh man.
So you can imagine what's happening. And the next thing is the French army or the French Air Force who guided the aircraft through the French area. They couldn't find a pilot. So obviously the pilot had left his cockpit seat and was trying to help his passengers or something like that.
Oh, this is insane.
Instead of diving, he just should have dived. That's it. Okay. But again, old man was not flying for quite some time, and then he came back, was happy. He was enthusiastic pilot, and he made a really bad error, as it looks like.
Yeah.
And the aircraft followed the autopilot. The destination was Cologne, and at Cologne the autopilot just kept the course, and he was flying on the Baltic Sea until the fuel was empty, and then it was going down in a spiral.
Break.
With 8,000 feet per minute.
Breaker.
Yeah. Okie doke.
Somebody spawned on top of me. Everything seems to be flashing now.
Okay.
Oh.
Could be
What's
me.
flashing?
I've got
Your screen?
I don't got you guys unless
No,
I
you know
turn on
the,
Join FS.
sometimes when the planes jump up and down, the other planes, when somebody comes in.
Oh, okay.
Toby spawned on top of me and his plane keeps jumping in and out of my plane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I only have that if I turn Join FS on, so I turn it off. I don't see you yet in normal sim.
Well, it's probably going to be better if I ignore you. There you go, you're gone.
Yeah, Join FS stuff.
But still, the
Okay,
point
starting up.
is, spawn on top of me. Dar! Curse.
Pump.
Toby's always
Ignition.
starting
Starter.
in an Airbus 320.
And coming up. Pop up. Low fuel.
I don't know why.
Okie doke, then let's start the engines.
En we draaien. Stroop om. Landingslichten aan. On.
Beacon light on. Left light on.
Clear prop.
Flaps to
Yeah,
take
prop.
off.
Start on.
Taxi. Client started. Dit doen we even over het gras hier. Het is Papua New Guinea, alles kan hier. Everything goes here. Dus wel even wennen, Engels en Nederlands door elkaar.
We talked about the client, did we?
Ja.
Okay. Engine spooling up.
Tailwheel lock. Parking brake set. Okay, ready to go. Parking brake off. Fuel high.
Kamusi weather.
Throttling up.
Runway 17.
Rolling. Oh.
Oh, you're taking runway 35?
Stop.
Ik ben zwaar, I'm heavy. Ja, 3.5.
Okay. I have little nav map telling me runway 17 with 9 knots headwind.
Okay.
9 knots crosswind. But aren't we bush flyer?
Indeed.
Okie doke, so who cares about the wind? Taxiing runway 35.
Okay, om nu to fill the main tanks, we have to start the auxiliary tank pumps, so that the external pumps feed the wing. Climbing 12,500.
Ooh, that high?
Wow.
7,500 should be sufficient.
I'll recheck that.
Rolling.
Misty stuff, rain. Entering area of rain.
Taxing.
Shut up.
I've got a mountain top crossing at around 10,000 feet near Musala and Lake Campbell. That's the volcano which we're passing. And Tari is 7,000 above sea level, roughly 6,000. So yeah, I'm going high.
Rolling.
Looking for a gap between two huge cloud towers.
Yeah, nasty weather around. Such a beautiful crate. Oh, wait, no, it's ugly. But it's functionally ugly. It has some amazing performance, this crate, so really cool to fly in an area like this. Kamusi is down on the flatlands, if you look at the map. This is where we're coming from. And we're going north past this volcano and then into the mountains to Tari. And then we'll be crossing the mountains over to Mount Hagen. As you can see, we're crossing a mountain peak here. And then the terrain goes up and up and up and up and up. So the planned altitude of 12,500 isn't all that bad when we're looking especially at the second leg. So yeah. Nicely climbing out, passing 5,500.
Sorry, please repeat.
Say again?
Exactly, say again.
Passing 5,500.
Oh, I thought you were mentioning something else happened at 5,500.
No, nothing major.
Passing 3,800 on top of the clouds.
Yeah, also getting above the heftiest stuff.
Now turning back on course.
This is what actually gets me in MSFS. I've been in P3D for a long time. Perfectly fine with all the great flight models there. And now that MSFS 2020 is becoming more mature.
Indicated airspeed 132.
Third-party aircraft becoming more
speed
mature.
148.
All the spherics and the dynamics and the graphics all work together and giving such an immersion value. Really cool. I don't think this crate is oxygen though. So 12,500 is a bit challenging if there's no oxygen on board. Interesting. Anyway, landing lights off and back into the folded up position. You can't see it actually, you can just see it between the tank and the wing. See it folding up.
Toby, are you taking the bicycle for your trip tomorrow?
Hardly. No, I'm going by car. First morning in the office and then drive to Ostend in the afternoon.
By train or by car?
Car.
Okay.
It's like 5 transfers via train, so not the greatest.
Okay. That's silly. I was checking the weather at Tari, and I get the nearest weather from Horn Island. I don't know if that's matching.
No clue.
The other day I got weather from our next destination, Mount Hagen. This should be closer than Horn Island.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, good note, you're going via that DVR Yankee X-ray mic, is that correct?
Affirm.
Okay, that
Okay.
explains. This
That's
explains why the altitude thing. If there's a direct route, then there is a peak at 9,000 on the way.
Okay, but my safe flying altitude is 700.
Yes, But if you went,
7,000 feet.
but if you went directly, it would be 9,000, like 10,000 feet.
Okay.
Indeed, that's what I have.
I go via this VOR and then straight forward until waypoint Fox 16. And then straight ahead for Tari. Heading 70.
I forgot, does the Kodiak have a beta range on the prop?
Yes, it does.
Cool. We might need it.
I suspect.
And here you can see the tanks are emptying into
What
the
are
wing.
you using it for the better range? For braking?
Basically pulling into reverse thrust.
Okay.
Then you turn the prop blades into reverse basically. So it's either on the ground for really short braking, or in the air for diving down without overspeeding.
I'm always wondering, listening about something with beta. Sounds like not yet completely done, but you can try it.
Yeah, I don't know where the mention comes from to call it beta range. I don't know.
Because it's not the alpha. It's not. but seriously, they're using Greek letters.
I got it. Alpha means ahead and beta means back. Great.
It could be.
Yeah, alpha and beta. I like it.
I'll take it.
I got to turn again a little bit to left from the course because of huge black clouds in front of me. I don't want to get into them.
Yeah, there is some nasty stuff around also on the weather radar, but doable.
You don't have a weather radar?
I do.
Oh.
Big black pod on the wing. And interposed on my GPS. My Garmin.
We do have a radar. We got the pod on the wing. Go into your center display. Go to map options and just turn on the next rad.
Map options. Next red. I don't see weather.
There's not a lot displayed on there, but when it comes on, I have a couple of dark green boxes.
Yeah, some splotching. Yeah.
I only have some blue lines and my course line. That's it. Ooh, there is something coming up, like green brownish. Is this the weather?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It could be terrain, I don't know.
Yeah, I also have a brown high up terrain stuff.
But it doesn't disappear if I turn next right off.
Then it's terrain.
Okay.
If it does disappear when you turn it off, then it's weather. If it does not, then it's terrain.
Okay. It looks like it's the volcano, which is on next to our course.
As you can see, the Porter called Turbo Porter isn't exactly turbo. green arc range of speed is just below 120 knots. A lot of stuff protruding, of course, so not the most aerodynamic aircraft. I don't see you guys in the sim, by the way.
Maybe I have to.
Same here.
Do a quick check on the online status. I'm online Western Europe.
Where do I find the information without going to escape?
You don't go escape.
Okay. I'm Western Europe, online.
I'm guessing I'm normal online also for traffic, all AI traffic or multiplayer traffic. I don't know. I didn't check. But I'll turn Join FS on again.
In the meantime, I got into this black cloud. Oh. Escape, escape to the left.
See you in Join FS. And little nav map.
Very good.
Okay.
What is of course nifty is that it's a turbine engine, so with a turbine you can basically go nuts on altitude. Fuel flow warning. Let's turn these off. Monitor. Don't know why I get these ones. Fuel use is normal. Drain from the tanks is also normal. Fuel quantity is of course high because the tanks are constantly being topped up. Fuel flow in gallons per hour is 41, which can actually be a bit lower now. Take the edge of the prop also. Let's say 1900 RPM. Oh, here we are, 12,500 feet above basically only jungle. Look at those cloud formations above the jungle, it's insanely beautiful. And of course the weather is tropical, so a lot of thunderstorm stuff around also. Let's hope our destination is good enough. Not a lot of ILS in these parts. Keeping her on autopilot for now. I like to do autopilot when I'm long stretches at high up. Doing more hands-on maneuvering stuff when I'm lower to the ground. Closer to the ground, I should say.
Leveling off 7,000.
Oh, oh, oh. Auxiliary pump on, generator reset. Okay, misclick that one. Distance to Tari is 57 and a bit nautical miles. Maybe a bit of sneak peeking. There's the volcano here. There's no ILS. Parking's in the middle on the south end. By all means, it will probably be a landing at 3-2. Looking at the wind here.
Nice temperature of 22 degrees Celsius in the cabin. Outside temperature is 13 degrees. 13.
Don't have a readout, I think, of the temperature.
And again, cloud towers in front of me.
No temperatures. None that I can detect.
I guess I have to climb a little bit more to get over these clouds.
I'm above at 12.5.
Oh yeah?
That volcano is something, isn't it?
Yeah, on the left hand side.
Cool with all the clouds around the summit. Here's a nice feature. You can look into the sun. This is always a thing in flight sims. Try it in real life, look into the sun. But okay, this is a nice feature. No more sun.
Leveling off 850.
Normally one would have to turn on oxygen or wear oxygen masks because, well, at this altitude there's not enough oxygen to stay alive for long. But there isn't here any, and I don't think it's modeled that you get asphyxiated. But in any case, we're at 12.5. And I'm guessing that we can go down a bit with our destination being at 5,500. We should be able to go down to 7,000, but that will leave us in clouds probably. So let's say I want to go to 5 and I'm at 12, so that's a difference of 7,000. 7,000 times 3 is 21, meaning I have to descend at least on a distance of 21 nautical miles. Let's make it at 25, and 25 we start descending towards airport level. These cloud formations are amazing.
Yep.
Really cool stuff.
And remember, it's the weather reported at Horn Island.
It's only airstrip, so there's no weather report in the radio list.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in. Coming in from the VOR, I'm gonna head a little bit to the north and try and come in on 1-4. But if you get too far away, the terrain's pretty high north of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a dicey one from the north, and I think the wind is also northerly, so 3-2 actually sounds like a better choice.
Well, in that case, I'd be going there, but I'm just looking at my indications at this point.
Yeah, gotcha.
I get a message, runway 14 with headwinds of 13 knots.
Where? Where do you get the message from?
Little nav map. And again, it's Horn Island.
Yeah, no, that's wrong.
Well, it's pretty light when we took off, and it's pretty light up here at altitude, so I imagine it's pretty light down there, so I guess we can probably take either way.
Yeah. So based on the rain, I'll take 3-2, unless
Yep.
local circumstances dictate otherwise.
Agree.
It is a shame though that in a little nav map the weather isn't shown when you click the airport, like in P3D.
Indeed.
At least on my end. Maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, you gotta go searching for it, but even then it's not necessarily correct.
Yeah.
I think it matches like 30 or 40% of the time, somewhat closely.
I took my external tanks with me, but it seems to me that it's fine without them. On range.
I'm wondering if I couldn't go direct instead of via the VOR. I'm at 8,500. As far as it looks like, I'm above all those hills.
Yeah, I see hills coming up. Going into the mountain ranges.
And there's a valley going from the VOR directly to Tari. And there's
Go
another valley going course about 320 towards the VOR. And I'm just crossing the first because I was trying to avoid the clouds, to escape the clouds.
Turning to the north to get set up for a southern approach.
I'll stop my descent some 25 miles out. Now at 34.
"31 miles out, 30 minutes to go."
14 here. Not taking into account traffic patterns and stuff. What a view.
Okay, I'm turning into this valley. Heading 330.
Heading from the runway is 32, it's run 320. Wind is 5 on the nose, 4 from the right. 5-4 component wise.
And the viewer is course 315. From my
Outside air
position.
here's temperature. Outside air temperature 5 degrees. You can see the terrain coming up here now. This here. I believe our airport to be somewhere over there, if I'm not mistaken. So this will be fun. If I look down from 12.5 into the valleys below, I'm guessing the landing will be fun. If it's indeed that valley. I'm gonna have a view for a long way, but there's a lot of valleys, so.
It seemed to be kind of a wider open plain valley kind of area there.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna gently start my descent.
And again, a monster cloud in front of me. Try to escape to the right.
And for this autopilot off, we'll take it up over by hand. I don't have much of clouds in front, luckily.
Yeah, it's opening up for me.
It's opening up, that's correct, but there are some single events, single towers standing there.
Descent hard deck 6,500. That should be safe.
23 miles out, 10 minutes to go.
Turning off the external tank pumps, keeping on the auxiliary pump for descent and landing. We've got a river down there. Let's see if the airport is close to that. Looks like.
Not that river.
No. Eventually it will be, but yeah.
One of the tributaries.
Yeah.
I also am at 6,500 now.
Yeah, passing 10.
Looks pretty clear of terrain all the way. Keeping in mind I'm setting myself for a 5-mile final.
Good evening.
Thorsten,
Thorsten!
there's the cheery voice we've all been waiting for.
Really? I don't think so.
Are you? No, I'm not going to ask that question. I know what the answer would be.
Do you need some cough drops?
Yes, for sure. And are we still definitely on push to talk, because otherwise you would hear me dying here. Yeah, exactly.
The Seal Show.
Scheiß TB, wenn nur das Blutspucken nicht wäre.
That sounded like if you keep the blood in, it's all be alright.
Yep. Damn tuberculosis. If only there would be not this blood spilling.
I thought it started out something about, yeah, it feels like shit when you nutted and get the rest of it, but I don't know. That's my interpretation.
The other day I met a lady when I was walking my dog. She was walking her dog, and I had this cough, and I told this joke to her, and she was stepping back 2 steps. I said, no, sorry, only a joke.
Oh boy.
I'm on baseline course for runway 32. So altitude is almost 5,000 feet. Okay, I'm at 3,500 above field elevation. So I better descend.
Yeah, Little Nefmet tells me winds are northerly 2 knots.
Where do you get your weather in the Little Nev map?
The little green yellow arrow at the top.
Okay, but this is the current wind, not at the airfield.
Correct. I don't know how to get into the airfield.
Toby, the terrain elevation in Little Nembat may not be correct.
I know.
Runway sides.
I supposedly have 2,000 feet, but I'm like, just got my 500 notification.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like 6,000 indeed. Maybe it does. Well, I'll be fine.
Runway is in a hole, And in this hole there is shadow. I almost couldn't find it. Now I got
Oh.
it.
Surely not one of those infamous P3D 300 feet deep holes.
Surely not.
Or it's the shadow of a cloud. Okay, I do a full pattern.
That sounds dangerous. In Papua New Guinea.
Descent to 6,000.
I'm definitely going with the engine bypass here.
Thanks
Just
for the hint.
just over 10 miles out.
Yep.
No visuals yet.
Most surely. Okay, I'm about 5 miles out. Still don't see a thing. Turning towards the airport. I think it's on top of that plateau.
I don't see a plateau either.
Oh, kind of a hillish thing.
I'm still crossing a ridge, so
Oh yeah. I believe I see it. It is in kind of a little valley.
It's kind of a plateau, but there is, as I mentioned, at least a sink. So there is, the airfield is totally in a dark hole. In a shadow hole.
I don't see the dark. I see the shadow, but I don't see that. Yeah, the plateau area I think is actually to the left.
And in the west of the runway there is a light road.
Yep.
landing lights on.
You could take this road as a downwind leg.
Also a nice feature, it won't
I'm
come
on
out
downwind,
on higher
runway
speed.
32.
So when the speed gets lower, then it will pop out.
I'm trying to come straight in, but I don't actually. Oh, wait a second. Oh, it's got to be a road. Oh, I see the airport. Yeah, okay, I'm too close and too high.
Same happened to me.
I'm gonna pass over and do another downwind just like you. Do a left pattern.
Hey, I've got Gernel's label.
Descending to 6,000. And turning left base, runway 32. Flaps 2. Okay, and here you can take, at the base, you can take the river as a marker for the baseline. But don't dive too deep into the river, otherwise you will miss the view to the airfield. Left turn final, runway 32.
Runway in sight.
Flaps full.
Gonna go direct in, Toby?
Hey, firm.
Okay.
Trying at least.
Oh, well then try not to cut in front of you. Oh, why not?
Touchdown. I don't need a better throttle.
No, me neither, this one.
Plenty of room.
I see you, Dale. Left front.
Do you? Yeah, I tried to turn more closely. I'm sorry.
No worries. I'm on full flaps short final.
I take the road as taxiway. Who's knocking at the door? Ah, it's Dale.
Ooh, branches. And a nice bit of beta range to slow immediately on the ground to 30 knots. Oh, till we lock off.
Runway vacated.
Same here. Okay, switch to passengers with the engine turning, why not?
Oh, you're going to Mount Hagen then?
Yeah, I will. As I'm not here tomorrow. I think we're all not here tomorrow, if I understood correctly.
If you're not here, then that makes none of us here.
Ah.
We skipped the flight tomorrow.
I'm still one leg behind, so I will fly.
Tomorrow?
Yep.
Mount Hagen. No passengers, six passengers. Whoa, no packages. I'm at maximum weight. Okay.
Been there.
Okay. Well, provided everybody got in, closing the door.
How do I get the engine to a stop?
Got fuel.
Yeah, feather the prop, throttle to idle, and then cut fuel control to back.
I can't pull the prop into the feather range.
Well, I guess you'll.
That's blocked somehow. No, it's feathering. Okay.
Backtracking 1-4. Time to take off. Max weight at 7,000 feet. Not the best thing to do. Well, it's 5,000 feet, but sure, still.
And P stays at 680.
You're in P.
Yeah, the third segment from top
Yes.
is at yellow, indicated 680.
So
And there's a
walk.
yellow band where this pointer is logging to.
Yep.
And I
fuel.
did cut the fuel valves, I did shut off the fuel, and it's still turning. Starter is off. Oh no, starter was at low motor, not at off.
There you go.
Ah, that's
Yeah,
why.
you don't want to run your flight like that.
All of a sudden it stops. Okay, doke. Machine stops. So, what are we doing, Dale? Keeping
setting
the
up-
next day, or are you flying to next destination?
I'm setting up to fly to Mount Hagen.
I'm
Tonight.
slow, so I'm
Or
gonna
Toby.
roll.
Go
Okay.
for it.
Okay. Let me go check the client. Then go.
Stop.
Dicey. Reducing some flaps slowly. I should have left it External tanks behind. With 6 passengers at this density altitude. Also, it's not taking into account my flight to Mount Hagen. Got a straight online. Flaps up. Put in a direct tool. Should be enough. Okay, slowly climbing out.
Did you take off to the north?
Yeah.
Wow.
Not that hard.
Okay.
Alpha Yankee. Mike.
Ooh,
Hagen.
vertical
Enter,
speed for
enter.
landing 458. Hoo. I had another impression.
Yeah, I felt differently as well.
Why is it not activating? It's weird, this line here, it's weird.
Okay. 2 passengers left. Toby took the others.
I think I took 5. And I will taxi. 232.
I have a feeling the terrain is coming up faster than I'm climbing.
You have a little problem with visibility because of clouds?
No! Then,
Oh,
I wouldn't,
just your
then, I,
feeling.
then I wouldn't be scared. Because then I wouldn't see the terrain coming up while I'm climbing.
Then you wouldn't see the death if you're approaching you? Okay.
Correct. Okay, this is a box I'm flying into. Escape, escape, escape. Climbing turn, max 10 degrees banking.
Damned overrate. Okay, maximum weight.
Yeah, getting weights set up for these FSA flights is a little interesting and frustrating.
Yeah.
Ah, there, I've got your label too. Ignoring you in little nav map done.
Well, if you don't want to see me in the lab back, just turn off Join FS.
Yeah, when I saw you double humping aircraft, so.
Double humping.
Yeah, I know.
I can't give it with quite the same relish that Dorson gives it, though.
With the sound of his voice now, yeah, yeah.
Nah.
Can you say double humping with your current voice?
Double humping.
That's what I mean.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I think my little turn saved me. A 360 with a 2,000 feet climb seems to have done it.
Wanna kill all humans?
That's another game. Destroy all humans. Actually, a fun game.
Did you start a client?
Yes.
Great.
Oh, there's my temperature readout. Just over 10 degrees.
Oh, this was too early. Turning off ignition.
Thought the PC-6 was quite low range, but I've got a feeling those external tanks are not needed here. So not taken with me on next flights.
Okay. Taxiing to runway. Backtracking runway 32.
Cool, I'm at 10,700 feet and I'm scraping trees. I'm at 10,800 feet and scraping trees. Kinda cool.
Who is at the end of runway 32?
What do you think?
Oh, that's you. Okay, I give way.
Well, you taxi on down to someplace.
Do you have flaps down 1 notch, Dale?
Yep. Like I have them down 2, I think. Or are you behind me?
Yeah,
That's where you are. Okay.
I'm hiding.
And
No,
it's all
I told you, I give way.
I thought you were gonna still on the runway.
No, sorry.
No problem. I misunderstood.
Rolling.
Safe altitude direct is 10,500.
Thank you.
Ah, dat was een vergeten. That's what I forgot. Turning the OBS needle, so now it's correct. I'm staying manual though.
Oh, look, label's back.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Took a while, but hard to imagine that we're 11,000 feet up. And even at 11,000 feet we are basically hugging the ground, seeing jungle, hills. Three kilometers up from the sea. But it's not mountains, it's just high ground. It's mountainous, it's hilly. It's not like the Alps.
My skies are pretty clear, but I'm definitely gonna have to do some circling here to get over those hills.
Yeah, I did one 360 to do that.
Well, if completely loaded like I am, there's no way I can climb that fast.
I'm at 7,800. 1,000 feet above you, Kale.
Supposing you can get
I
a
know.
climb rate of 500 feet a minute, do a 360 with no more bank angle than 10 degrees. It's a very wide arc, but it should be able to make you take 1500 to 2000 feet on the same location before you go further. No more bank angle than 10 degrees. So, share the stream to the rest of the VA. All the stuff I should have done before starting. Look down. This is so amazing. This is what's really good about MSFS. It's not just the graphics, but now that the flight models are...
Well, at the point I was in, it was a little difficult to decide which way to turn. Had I gone left, I'm sure I would have hit the hills. Or
Yeah,
stalled and
I know exactly where you were.
stalled and fallen into them, one of the two.
Flip the coin.
That's not a risk I want to take.
No, when we go simming, if it's race simming or flight simming or whatever, it's about immersion, about being as real as it gets, getting the feeling that it's real. And that's what I really think that MSFS is doing now. I had that with B3D with lesser graphics but great flight modeling, third-party flight models, and now that feeling is also coming back. And the graphics are just amazing, it's just so cool. And I mean, this is all coming from Bing, not Google Maps or Earth or whatever. So it's actually quite a bit older than current. And the location where we're flying now, you know, it's in a inhospitable central, but still it looks very, very good.
That reminds me of the steam engine running uphill. Hefmerig, 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 hefmerig. And on
Yeah.
top, downhill, get je besser, get je besser, get je besser, get je besser. I have the feeling I should get out and push a little bit.
Reminds me of a couple of
Yeah.
years ago with the VA, we did a tour following the Nile all the way from its birth to Cairo, to the Delta. And in P3D, and Africa was crappy, even with Orbex and other third-party add-ons. Africa was just plain sand, not just, you know, dunes and stuff that's actually there, making it more than just a plain area. In P3D it was, which while the tour was fun, was kind of a disappointment. But if I look at this is also inhospitable, but I see fields, there's no land crossing. I see fields, I see jungle, I see patches of dirt and green and brownish, and then the clouds, of course, and their shading. Well, not right now, but before. It's actually amazing. And this aircraft feels so nice. I haven't flown this real aircraft, of course, in real life. I've flown a lot of stuff, but not this one. But it feels so believable. To me, as a real pilot, it feels very believable. I think from about half the flight, the safe altitude will be 12.5.
Yep.
But at least now I can ditch the external tanks at Mount Hagen. As I remember a lot first year from the P3D days. And she's quite long-legged with the external tanks on. But of course that comes at a hefty weight
half
cost.
an hour to go. Time for ice cream. We'll be right back.
Because look at this, half a tank probably external is 90 kilos, so that's one person. So with 2 tanks on, that's actually 4 persons in the back, 4 passengers. So on a longer flight or
me
a
still
higher
on
flight,
ground, watching football Champions League.
who's playing?
Dortmund, Copenhagen.
Actually gonna divert a bit to the right, as you see the clump of stone in front of us. Looks like it's a bit lower over
And
there.
Borussia Dortmund is in the lead, 3-0.
Ah, done. Go flying.
Lost the labels again.
Yeah, I have kernel, but not you. This system really needs some tinkering. Unless you do a group flight, of course, but that has other disadvantages.
Yes, we've learned those.
I think around 30 miles before our destination you'll have to veer a bit to the right, otherwise climb to 13,000. I'm veering. I think there will be a lot of veering.
Indeed.
I'm not saying it's modeled, but if I go higher for a longer time, all my passengers will suffocate.
13,000, not a problem. They'll just feel a little weak and lightheaded.
Yeah, just hold it in.
Read the news about the private jet.
I heard something about it from Gernot early in the flight, yeah.
Came from Spain, passing Cologne where it should land, and yeah, it looks like pilotless, was flying over the Baltic and then crashing into the sea.
Yeah, something about last radio call being about pressurization. And then of course still staying up.
Yeah, I think the France Air Force already had fighters escorting it, and then the Germans took place, but they had no chance to contact or something. Cockpit was empty.
Yeah, heard them too.
I'm back.
He's back.
Yep.
He's back.
Colonel, second half of the leg, you won't make it at 12.5, so either climb higher than 13 or veer a bit
Okay.
to
Thanks.
not hit the rocky stuff.
Oh, it's bringing back memories of our flight to the Andes.
Yeah, it's quite normal terrain, but 3 kilometers up. Was just saying on the stream though, when remember back when we did the Nile tour, even with some Africa add-on stuff, it looked rather plain.
Yeah.
But looking at this, it's great, you know. Immersion is so cool. With jungle and streams and different kind of patches of land and colorization of the country itself. And then clouds and shades. .30 miles out.
I found a way to circumvent this high peak.
Yeah, I'm also veering left and right a bit just to avoid.
I'm at 11,500.
Yeah, me at 12. Which is sufficient if you're
Yeah.
not very stubborn about going in a straight line.
There is one rig which is just on the direct way, then you have to go up or you pass around.
Yeah.
And I selected not Mount Hagen, the peak, Mount Hagen, but the other way of the hill, of the rig. So I'm coming in from south west, course 60, towards Mount Hagen airfield.
Okay, I'm roughly 75 course, 075. I have in the distance two high plateaus, at least 14,000 feet. I'm guessing the field is in the middle of those two.
Here I am flying my Kodiak. First thing I do after takeoff, pull the gear lever up. Yeah. The force of habit.
Okay, past all the high stuff, getting back on course. Roughly 085.
Need something to drink back in a minute.
Cough syrup.
Whiskey. Whiskey started out as a medicine.
Yeah.
Getting to the big bowl where Mount Hagen is placed, so descending a bit now.
I can't see you in little left map.
Yeah, turn join of vessel off because I saw your labels.
Okay.
I still have you, but I don't have Dale, so I'll turn join of vessel on.
I got you. I turned join FS off and on again.
Yep, toggle the network. First line of defense.
Yep. And he's gone again.
Toggling the network.
And back.
But still, I'm missing Dale's label now. So. Annoying.
Oh, labels are gone there. Yeah, they irritate me.
Altitude of the field is 5,394. Wind is cross 5 knots. Wind is completely cross at Mount Hagen 5 knots. Let's see what I will take. Leveling off 7,500. Do a flight over the field and then see where I'll land. This looks like a town. That there looks like a road, not like an airport. So where's my airport?
All runways good for landing or takeoff.
Yeah, wind's completely cross. So looking at landscape.
And back.
Welcome.
Ah, there it is. Hidden between the trees. Ah, it also has a smaller runway. But I'll take one too. Beta dive. Of course. That should be okay. Turning base 1-2. Top full pitch. Oh, I'm all. Final 1-2.
Okay, I'll descend.
Plenty of runway. 1-2 is fine because on the other end you have a low mountain. 1-2 is clear. You could also take the short one for kicks and giggles. That's it. Ah, wasn't paying attention. I was aiming for that one. I'll take the next one. And the runway vacated. Try to park in this one with the high nose. And there we are. Doors open. And all shut down. Looky, looky, looky. Nice little profit for a small plane. Cool.
Well, I decided to go for runway 32.
All doors are open. It's the only one you can't open, which is weird. That's a seat back. Because this is double door. Maybe only in the cargo version, I don't know. Okay, let's see where the others are. Oh, here they're coming. Here's Gernot coming up. 3-2 or 3-0, Gernot?
30, sorry.
Okay. And Dale coming in on 1-2. See the altitude here, really close.
Turning downwind, left downwind, runway 30.
And you can see if I can't zoom in. If you would extend this line, I would just have made the top here, or not.
Runway inside.
I'm gonna ignore Gernot, because I have his label in the flight sim. And Dale will be transpositioned in via JourneyFS. Next time I won't need these external tanks, I won't put them on. range enough for these flights, which we normally do not more than 90 minutes. Strange, I had something in my head that this bird was really short on range, but in PVD, but apparently not.
Turning towards runway.
Turning left base. Runway 30. Oh! You're coming the other side around. Okay.
Yep.
I do a go around.
I'm quite far out.
Yeah,
So
Dale's
10
far
miles
out.
out.
Should be
10 miles
doable.
out.
Yeah, should be doable.
Left base runway 30.
If I could just see the runway. Oh, there it is.
But what a fun, completely ugly crate to fly
Turning
with.
final runway 30.
It's really plane like a Super Cup or Kit Force or something that can also do really short takeoff and landing stuff. But this one does it with, what, 4,000 kilograms of cargo. So yeah, it's definitely a plane that you can go out camping with your mates and all kinds of crap with you. It's actually used by Air America, which is a CIA cover front, of course, in Vietnam.
I see your
Cambodia.
landing lights. You're pretty close to the end.
Yep.
Still have a few miles out. Maybe 3 miles.
I see your aircraft.
I have my landing lights on.
Okay, then it might be the landing lights.
Gernot's in. There's Dale off in the distance. 2 small landing lights.
Vacated runway. It's yours.
Thank you.
So of course what you see around here is Kodiaks, Quest Kodiaks, which are a far more modern aircraft, of course. That's what the other guys are flying. I prefer this one. I like the Kodiak, nothing wrong with it. This one just oozes character.
Just loaded up Explain 12 the first time.
Who?
And
Oh, it's a huge step.
And still behind MSFS.
forward or back?
A huge step forward.
But still behind MSFS.
The lighting engine and the cloud visualization is at least on par with P3D with Active Sky now. The clouds are even a lot better. Looking really good. Otherwise, yeah, it's land class based, so that's ugly.
Yeah, can imagine. Yeah.
flight model we actually do not have to discuss about, me think. Performance seems to be really good. Vegetation is looking good.
I don't have a tree sim, I have a flight sim.
Immersion, Colonel, immersion.
Oh no.
What everyone says. That's a counter argument as well.
Yep.
I think those trees are just funny. I like them.
Cool. I like flying here in New Guinea.
Yeah, the airports are quite nice. At least at those larger airfields.
Yeah, but also the terrain, considering that normally the really outbacky stuff is just
Yeah.
sucky. Okay, gents, I'm gonna pack my bag for tomorrow.
Okay.
Thanks for flying.
Have fun.
Was
a nice
fun
trip.
flying again?
Yep.
Oh! Vertical speed 107 feet per minute. Wow! I'm improving.
Yay!
Yeah! Perfect flight.
Okay, guys, thanks. See ya.
You.
Thank you.
Cheers, Toby.
Lots of success on your business trip.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, en ik ga lekker naar Nederlands terug. Dit was een hele mooie vlucht. 2 vluchten zelfs boven Papua New Guinea in deze hele mooie kist. En nou ja, zoals net al een beetje genoemd, ik ben de komende dagen even weg. Dus geen streams. En wanneer ik er weer ben is volgens mij aanstaande vrijdag. Want dan begint ACC het 2.4 uurs kampioenschap GT4. Wat ik samen met Remco Thorn ga rijden. Daar heb ik zin in. Maar dat is vrijdag pas. Voor nu, bedankt voor het kijken en tot de volgende.